And throughout automotive history, there have been some really great rivals. Ford versus Ferrari, Audi versus Lancia, gas versus electric. And today we're going to explore the one that's been a big controversy in the 10 scale world. Electric versus nitro. So here we have the Redcat Lightning STR. This is a nitro powered vehicle. Obviously there's a head poking up through the bodywork. And this is the Redcat Lightning SXT Drift. So I've taken the drift wheels off of it and I've put some rubber johnnies on there. And today we are going to put these things through their paces and come up with an answer with which one is best. So the last time you saw the Nitro Lightning, this had my Atasha GTR body on it. The only modifications that I've done is I put this different air filter on it, which is a little bit lower profile because the stock one actually didn't fit underneath the bodywork. And I fitted this roto start because the last time we ran this thing, Ethan pulled the starting cord right out of it. Ethan, what happened? I broke it! So we thought the heck with pulling, we're just gonna use the drill and start this thing. Should make it a lot easier. Now the Lightning is pretty much totally stock except for these rubber grip tires that we have on it. I am running it on a Hexfly 2S LiPo today, but other than that, they're both still totally stock and should be pretty evenly matched, maybe. Ethan's gonna put the ESC into LiPo mode and we're gonna give these things a rip. As far as starting procedures go, the Lightning took, I don't know, what, 3 seconds?
Yeah, I think that's all it took to plug in that battery.
Thereabouts. So, and that one's pretty much ready. Oh wait, we gotta turn on the radio. That's important. Why don't you see we put the GPS speedometer on there and get an accurate number, shall we?
Let's see how it does.
So there we got it all zeroed out. I've tried to put double-sided sticky tape on the back of this thing, but it doesn't ever really stick. So zip tie through the body mount. Let's do that. Let's see how good of a sweeping job I did. No way is that full throttle. That's full throttle? No. We got 21. For a 2S LiPo on a brushed motor, it's not great. Now, obviously, there's tons of gearing we can do with it. We can put a 3S motor in it, but overall, a little slower than I anticipated. All right, I didn't think it was fair to give this thing a speed run on a battery that was messed up. So we're out here. I've got the electric ready to go. I'm gonna put my GPS on it, and I've got a little stretch of road here that I think we might be able to get her topped out. Desperate times call for desperate measures. All right, we're at 1. All right, let's see what we got. Oh, it's hard to do one-handed. I'm gonna do it here quick and I'll get you back. All right, so I didn't actually feel much faster. What do we got? 23. Pathetic. So the starting procedure for the Nitro is a little bit more of a pain in the butt, although less of a pain in the butt now that we've got that roto start. So I've already put fuel in it and primed it. I'm gonna put the igniter in there. I don't know, it seems like it might be about the same.
doesn't seem like it's much faster. I'm saying about 27.
Got 33.
33? Wow, I was off on that one.
It doesn't look as fast going away. When it was coming back, it definitely seemed like it was a bit faster. I think it's just the way that it looks.
But I'll tell you what, it's more fun to drive. Oh, wow, okay. It's pretty stony over there, yeah.
The wheel nut hit me in the head.
No way!
It smacked me right in the side of the head. I felt it. It went right over here somewhere. Oh, what the heck?
I think I did. I saw the wheel come off and then whack right in the side of the head.
It bounced right over here.
I've got another wheel nut, as long as it wasn't the hex. I think that one may have been faster. Let's check, shall we? 36!
Woo! It was getting
36 mile an hour. So the wheel nut ejected, came off, and hit Ethan in the melon. So nitro, definitely faster. The other thing about nitro is it's more exciting for the senses. The smell, the sound, the smoke. It's just overall more exciting.
1, 2, 3. I think she gave up. It drifts good.
Issues with this thing today, aside from the battery. With a good battery in this thing, I'm sure we probably would have had a little bit more speed. Ethan thinks that it might have been on LiPo cutoff the entire time, so The nitro, this thing is super duper fun. We didn't have any real issues with it aside from the wheel nut coming off, well, which was my bad, and we lost a drive shaft. But this thing did have a pretty major crash that was actually off camera. So as you can see, nitro just makes an absolute mess over everything. So being that your oil is mixed in with the fuel, and we run this one a little on the rich side, you know, you're getting a bunch of fuel that's getting dumped out of the exhaust and subsequently all over your beautiful body. Now, a lot of people say that you shouldn't get a nitro as your first car, and maybe that's somewhat true. However, this thing, I only had to adjust the tuning a little bit out of the box. Since then, it really hasn't required much tuning at all. So if you're interested in your first nitro, this might not be a bad option. So this thing is definitely quicker, and it has a 2-speed transmission. If you're into tinkering and fiddling around with RCs, this is a lot of fun. Electric definitely has a lot more torque right off the line, obviously, because it's an electric motor. And remember, you have to deal with batteries on nitros as well. You gotta have some sort of battery that's actually gonna power the electronics in the car. So it's not like you're getting away from batteries altogether. That being said, this just uses AA's, whereas the electric car, you know, that uses LiPos, which are for sure dangerous. There's not quite as many upgrades that you can do to this. I mean, obviously you can go with performance motors and performance exhaust and that sort of thing, but my experience with nitro is you can spend a lot of money and not really end up going that much faster. Most of the upgrades that you're gonna do to this are the same that you're gonna do to an electric car, you know, things like suspension. Anyway, I had a lot of fun with these two today. I've never actually seen a video where anyone takes both the electric and the nitro version of the same car out at the same time. So we're doing firsts today here, guys. So I've got some pretty big plans for the electric version. The nitro version, I think it runs really well just the way it is, and I like it just the way it is. I'll probably put my GTR body back on it, but you know, just for the sake of this video, it's pretty cool. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for this episode. What do you think? Are you a nitro fan or are you an electric fan? Do you have both? What do you think? Was a nitro your first RC car? Let me know in the comment section down below. If this is your first time checking out the channel, welcome. I'm glad you found it. We like to do RC shenanigans like this all the time, and we've got some cool stuff coming up, so you're gonna wanna stick around. All right, until next time, peace.